So- Well, speaking of that, I think Ashley, do you want to go
I do.
with your
So
story?
this is a story that I accidentally started to kick us off with today, and it is kind of strange. So you may have been following the Russia Ukraine situation. I don't know anybody who doesn't know that there's a conflict happening between the two.
Clearly.
You may or may not know that what you're being told about that is a total lie. I'm not going to get into everything, but essentially, Russia's not just the only bad guy here. And they were being provoked. Now, is that part of the Great Reset? Well, I'm not sure, but it's awfully convenient that it's happening when it's happening. Although the situation that was happening in the Donbass has been happening for the last 8 years before this. So that's for another time. But anyway, in light of that, a lot of the major countries, the United States and Europe, Germany in particular, put sanctions on Russia. And this was a very bad idea on behalf of Germany because they were getting a ton of natural gas and maybe regular gas too, I don't even know, from Russia, while not pursuing creating their own energy in their own country. So now they have put sanctions on Russia. And now, oopsie, Russia just something came up, and the pipeline that you are getting natural gas from, well, there's a manufacturing error or it's under maintenance or whatever. The point is, it's completely turned off. So now Germany is headed into literally a dark winter. It's super concerning. And then you have these psychopath politicians from Germany that are saying, essentially, I know that it's going to be painful for us, but whatever we have to do to support Ukraine. So it's super dangerous for the people that live in Germany. It's very worrying, just from a humanitarian perspective. So then setting that up, then we had a video that was released by Russia that essentially showed Europe freezing to death. They showed the pipeline. They had this haunting music, I believe it was Ukrainian music, and it was a very beautiful but sad song, but it was very strange that this happened. And I'll go over the lyrics translated to English. And the winter will be big, and the winter will be big. Here, look across the river. Autumn is dying quietly, waving its yellow hand. Wet aspens are crying. Grandfather Arbot is crying. Blue Russia is crying, turning into leaf fall and crushing the snowdrifts. The sun shines in spring, and the winter will be big. Only dusk and snow.
I'm sure it sounds better in Russian.
It does. But the words still got me a little bit shook. That's extremely sad. And then from one of my favorites, people in the Liberty community, Cyprian, formerly Vin Armani, he had a tweet and he said, once again, Russia's greatest weapon is winter. So Russia has asked for the sanctions to be lifted. And I unfortunately fear that this is all part of a planned destruction of Europe soon to come to the United States, and a multi-pronged attack on humanity, essentially. But I hope I'm wrong here, and I hope that something is resolved before it happens, because I very much am concerned about what's going to be happening to regular people that don't deserve this in Russia.
Well, Germany's foreign minister said, and I quote, "We stand with you as long as you need us," in reference to Ukraine. Then I want to deliver, no matter what my German voters think, but I want to deliver to the people of Ukraine. So that's really just saying the quiet part out loud.
Yes.
As all of you, I'm going to do what I want, and I don't care because I'm going to have plenty of heat in my mansion.
Yes,
Right.
and that was one of the exact quotes that I was thinking about. Thank you, Justin. So I just I don't even know what to say about that. What do you, if you're a German person and you hear one of your politicians saying that and you're heading, like, my understanding is that firewood is even hard to come by there right now because people are worried. So you have a politician saying that to you and I'm like, do these people have a clue? If you start getting starving and cold people, do you think that you're going to be safe? I mean, I
Well,
know these people are puppets, but this is, I don't know. It's crazy.
here's my white pill moment on this subject. I do absolutely agree that it's going to be devastating for the people living there. However, this might just be the wake up call they need to start taking back over their country.
I
Hopefully,
think,
they don't go, down the same route they did in the 40s,
right.
but you couldn't blame them if they did.
I mean, these politicians are acting as terrorists against their own people, in my opinion. So it's a really concerning situation. And I do think that there are some countries and places that are rising up against NATO. And if Germany did do that, and other countries in Europe said, no, absolutely not. We no longer support alliance with NATO. We no longer support these sanctions against Russia. We no longer support Ukraine, then that potentially could make a huge difference. So it'll be interesting to see how it ends up shaking out.